Coming up on Mustang News, campus computer theft continues. Find out where the latest burglary occurred.
And where are they now? Follow up with some students displaced from the Fremont dorms.
A new class on campus is teaching students about sports reporting, and they are doing it from the sidelines of the Staples Center.
Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Good afternoon and welcome to Mustang News. I'm Kaylee Brunke.
And I'm Joe Schutz. Here are this week's top stories. The university police are looking for a person who broke into a computer lab on campus and got away with 6 computers. The burglary happened in the Engineering West sometime after 9 p.m. on Saturday night and before 8 a.m. the following morning. A student who came into the architectural engineering lab Sunday morning discovered the theft. According to an email sent to the College of Architecture students, the suspect used the rear door of the lab and took computers closest to the door. The email says there is a possibility that the door was propped open and security cables which held the computers to the tables were cut. University spokesperson Matt Lazare says the cost is estimated more than $13,000.
In February, a mudslide caused Fremont Hall to close for the rest of the academic year. 2 months later, students continue to face the effects of the dorm's closure. Students moved to Poly Canyon Village and off campus. Others live in on-campus study rooms. RPTA freshman Cameron Bila lives in the study room in Sequoia Hall. She is satisfied with the location of her new living situation, but says there are certain issues that are hard to cope with.
Bugs came in, and so we had like a cockroach infestation and like spiders, and at first I was like really upset. When I was going through my boxes trying to put my clothes away, there was like 15, and I just was like throwing them outside, and I just was like, there's no, like you just can't like be upset anymore because you're just used to it.
Bilot says she and her roommates considered putting in a maintenance request but did not want to face the possibility of moving again. She says a benefit to this situation is that her rent is less expensive because she now has 4 roommates instead of just 1.
A new class on campus is giving students real-world experience in sportscasting. Reporter Megan Healy has more.
I'm Megan Healy here at Staples Center, but some of the spectators aren't just here to spectate. A few lucky Cal Poly students got the opportunity to learn by doing. Journalism 470 is a hybrid sportscasting class designed to help students gain experience and confidence in the sports broadcasting field. Not a journalism major? No problem. Third-year Dallas Long says the new class interested him, even though he's not pursuing a journalism degree.
When I saw the email, I almost jumped out of my seat. I did have my hesitations about going into the class because I've never done any broadcasting in my life, but since this class might not be offered later, I was like, I'll just go with it.
During the first week of the quarter, students got a behind-the-scenes look at a Lakers game in Los Angeles. With their custom media passes, they toured the media room and press box and spoke to professional broadcasters. The professor, Mark Willard, a Cal Poly graduate himself, was asked by the journalism department to construct the class. He commutes from LA every Tuesday to meet at Cal Poly. When he's not broadcasting for Fox News Sports Radio, Willard can be seen passing on his knowledge to his new students.
It's not an easy industry to break into, and I remember that. Whenever you have the opportunity to give back, I want to do that because a lot of people did that for me, and so now I'm in this position, I want to just be the next to kind of hand the baton down.
Megan Healy, Mustang News.
Catch Journalism 470 students in action when they produce a live broadcast at one of the baseball games towards the end of this quarter.
Imagine your soap dispenser could alert you when it needed to be refilled. There's a new club on campus aiming to do just that. The Internet of Things is an emerging field of engineering described as the interconnection of every and all devices to the Internet. The IoT Club will act as a resource for students who are interested in pursuing Internet of Things as a profession. The main goal of the club is to give students the opportunity to network with the biggest companies in the tech industry. For the remainder of the quarter, the club plans to work together on projects given to them by companies like General Electric and Amazon.
Every huge company has a huge department in IoT now, and they're always looking for new students. And since we don't offer courses at Cal Poly for IoT, this is a good farm ground for big companies to come and get students.
The club held its first meeting Tuesday, April 18th, and will continue to have weekly meetings every Tuesday starting at 6 p.m. in Building 14, Room 249. For more information, you can check out their Facebook page, Cal Poly Internet of Things.
Panalytic and Safer partnered together Wednesday and Thursday for the second ever clothesline project on Mont Lawn, making shirts to increase awareness about sexual assault and violence against women. Staff and students, both male and female, came together to break the silence. Clothesline Project is a national event to educate others by hanging shirts with written messages in an effort to end the cycle of violence. Shannon Dalporto, Panalytic Philanthropy and Service Chair, talked to us about the event.
It's important to really visualize the impact. A lot of people hear statistics, hear about it, through educational sessions, but this is a really good way to visualize what's happening, see how many people it impacts, and in so many different ways.
Organizers are hoping that men, not just women, join the movement to spread awareness. The ASI presidential campaign is underway, and voting will take place next week. Throughout our show, we will have an interview from the candidates about their platforms. Here is the first candidate, Davis Negrete.
I've definitely been seeking out ways to help other people. Here at Cal Poly, I became a resident advisor, an RA, and I did that mostly to be there for other people, to help support them, to make sure they had the best possible freshman year they could have. And I think in the presidential role, I'm trying to expand that, and instead of helping freshmen have the best year they can have, help the campus have the best experience that it can have.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hilarious.
San Luis Obispo now joins many other cities in California by becoming a sanctuary city. In a resolution passed by City Council in early April, city employees will not directly enforce federal immigration laws. San Luis Obispo employees, including police officers, will not use city resources to directly enforce federal immigration laws unless required to by state or federal law. The resolution says that President Donald Trump's executive order from January does not prohibit such restrictions. Democrats in the California State Senate introduced a state bill that would expand sanctuary city policies and prohibit state and local law enforcement from using resources for immigration enforcement. Although city employees cannot use their own resources, the city will not prevent federal officials from enforcing federal law in San Luis Obispo.
If you're using the city buses in San Luis Obispo, you may soon notice a rise in fares. Currently, the regular price is $1.25. The new fare will rise to $1.50 June 17th. University spokesperson Matt Lazaire says the university isn't certain how these new fares will affect Cal Poly, since the university pays for all students on the bus system. Lazaire did say a new contract is being discussed with Slow Transit. For more information about fare rates, you can go to the Slow Transit website. Autograph, a 3-person EDM group, performed at Slow Brew last night and the show sold out. Autograph is doing a mini tour around California between performing at Coachella weekends 1 and 2. They say their music is the future of house, and their unique sound is described as mellow but energizing. Their main goal is to connect EDM with visual art. They have a background in graphic design, fine art, and sculpture. If you didn't make it to last night's show, you can watch them at the EOS Lounge in Santa Barbara tonight.
The first ever DJ competition will be tomorrow night in the UU, where 5 students will be competing for one of the opening spots for Spring Stampede this May. Senior Eric Tang is one of the students competing tomorrow and has been making his own music since sophomore year.
I produce mostly in my bedroom, but just because I have all my gear there, but at the same time I like to take my computer to random places. I brought my computer today, and if I have a break during class, I'll literally just start working in the library with my headphones. And I like going to I like being outside and working too, because it's kind of when you're in a different environment, you kind of just get different ideas. It'll be my first time performing on an actual stage, so that would be really cool. And if I do get that spot, I'd be pretty excited, because I want to bring out I make rap beats, or I make rap music with my girlfriend, but also 2 of my other friends, so I'm just gonna bring them all out on stage and just have a really good time.
The competition will be tomorrow night in the UU Plaza at 6 p.m.
Continuing our interviews from the ASI presidential candidates, here is Chase Dean.
Actually, my platform is built on equity, community, and affordability. So those are the things that I'm going to tackle. And the way I'm going to do that is to have an open door in ASI and also reach out to organizations that are passionate about that. So that can range from anything like giving underrepresented students a platform to speak on as opposed to speaking for them. I think that's something that's really important. And I think just being a lot more aggressive to combat hate crime and ensure that our students are able to afford to attend Cal Poly, because tuition is continuing to skyrocket, and we need someone to advocate on a state and federal level for students so that they can get a high quality education at an affordable price.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
I will not be news today. I will not make headlines by going through a bad girl phase where I get that bad girl haircut where they shave just one side of your head. And I will not bring a Komodo dragon as my +1 to an award show, even though that would be awesome. I'm Olivia Munn, and I will not be trending today because there's a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
Welcome back to Mustang News. My name is Shireen Brunke, and let's start with the weather of this week. Today is Thursday, April 20th, 2017. We are going to see a high of 73 with a low of 55 degrees. This is a huge turnaround from the showers that we were seeing Monday and Tuesday, and we actually aren't expecting any more of those showers for the next 5 days. But this, a little bit of heat is going to be counterbalanced with the ocean breeze that we have in San Luis Obispo, wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour, humidity at 40 3%. And like I said, sunny, clear skies, not any clouds out today as we're expecting, but expect it to be cold in the morning, getting higher in the afternoon around 3 o'clock, and again, cold again. So all about slow, wear those layers, do expect that. Looking into South County now, highest in Arroyo Grande with a low of 55 degrees, Santa Maria 73 degrees with a low of 53. Orcutt getting a little bit lower with the highs, and in Guadalupe as well, but not bad. This is kind of nice weather. This is actually 74 degrees. That's around my favorite weather. We're going to look at North County more specifically. So like we just talked about, San Luis Obispo, and then Paso Robles, 77. So when you go a little bit inland and north, it is going to be a little bit higher. Okay, beaches, 65 at Morro Bay, and that's just because they get more wind. 64 Los Osos. Avila Beach, actually a little bit sunnier with a high of 72 degrees, and we're going to see waves around the beaches around 8 to 10 feet just this Thursday. I actually got this photo in Morro Bay. So yes, super bloom was happening just a week ago, so we'll see another photo of that pretty soon. But like I said, today, waves of 8 to 10 feet, and the wind is going to put a little bit of pressure on that wave. Here is the 5-day forecast Thursday. Like I said, Friday, warm. It's going to be the warmest day in the next 5 days. 82 degrees, 77 on Saturday, low of 52. Sunday, 74 degrees, and Monday, 77, all sunny skies with a little bit of clouds on Saturday. And like that super bloom, here we go, and I'm going to toss it right back to the anchors. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your week.
Thank you, Shireen, for that weather report. Boo Boo Records hosted a vinyl release Friday, April 14th for solo artist Miguel Mendez. The event was put together by Boo Boos to celebrate the release of his first studio album titled Love is for the Rich. Although Miguel Mendez individually recorded all of the instruments for the record, a band joined him for the concert. 45 minutes into his set, Mendez was reunited with former band member Joel Jerome. Together, they performed covers of songs from artists such as Neil Young and Beck. After the concert, Mendez set up a booth to talk to fans and sell his record, Love is for the Rich.
Before we go to the break, here is ASI presidential candidate Archie Smith and his campaign platform.
Platform is built on equity, community, and affordability. So those are the things that I'm going to tackle. And the way I'm going to do that is to have an open door in ASI and also reach out to organizations that are passionate about that. So that can range from anything like giving
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
I have to agree
agree with everything that's been said so far. I think you raised some great points about communication, listening to people, and allowing those underrepresented people on our campus to speak up and have their voices heard by themselves rather than be represented by others. I think that's a huge part on our campus. It's people who don't necessarily understand the experiences of other students, whether it's people from different socioeconomic backgrounds or cultures. There's not very much empathy for those students, and people don't understand their experiences. So putting you first isn't really kind of a campaign slogan so much as a movement where everything ASI does would be designed to reach out to students who are having concerns and finding the best solutions to benefit those people in their college experience.
Hello and welcome back to Mustang News. I'm Anna George, and here is your sports update for this week. Sierra Highland has been named the NCAA Division I National Softball Player of the Week 16 times in her 4-year career at Cal Poly. Now she may be getting an even bigger award. Highland is ranked among the top pitchers in NCAA Division I softball in ERA, strikeouts, and hits given up per 7 innings. With these impressive statistics, the NCAA has decided to place her on the short list for Division I Player of the Year. Highland is one of the second Mustangs softball players to be named as one of the 25 finalists for the award. The last one was in 2007 with outfielder Lisa Maudglin. Highland's 17 wins in the season put her at 26th in the nation for victories. She can add to that number this weekend when Cal Poly takes on California State University Northridge to try and get the Mustangs back into the Big West title race. Former Cal Poly men's basketball star David Nwaba made national headlines with his rise from being undrafted to D-League tryout to excelling with the Los Angeles Lakers. David Nwaba was the first person from Cal Poly to play in the NBA. Nwaba signed 2 10-day contracts with the team and has averaged 6 points and 3 rebounds as a Laker. He has also started 2 games. In his exit interview, Nwaba had a positive outlook about the season.
Talked a little bit about summer league and training camp, but other than that, they basically said everything's in my hands, how much I, continue to work, improve my game in order to make the team.
Nwaba was given a $1.4 million contract with the team option for the second season. While Nwaba is not guaranteed to play for Los Angeles next season, Coach Luke Walton praised his defense and leadership throughout his time as a Laker. Summer League kicks off for Nwaba and the rest of the NBA on July 7th in Las Vegas. Speaking of Cal Poly graduates who are doing big things in the professional sports world, baseball player Mitch Haniger is making a name for himself with the Seattle Mariners with a 13-game hitting streak. Mitch Haniger has been lighting up MLB pitchers for about 2 weeks now. The 26-year-old Seattle Mariners rookie and Cal Poly graduate is leading All-American League rookies in runs, walks, extra base hits, on-base percentage, doubles, and RBIs. Last night, Haniger went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs to help the Mariners outlast the Miami Marlins. Stay tuned to Mustang News sports updates every week for news on Haniger. The Cal Poly baseball team has turned their season around, winning 3 straight conference series. We caught up with sophomore outfielder Alex McKenna about how his game has improved.
Baseball is just kind of ran in my family. My dad played professional ball a little bit, played in the minors for the Astros for a couple seasons before he decided to hang it up. But he just knows a lot about the game, and I think that kind of is what drove me to play baseball. Like my first at bat in college, I hit a home run to dead center field, so that was pretty cool, and it was off of Casey Bloomquist, who's like one of the best Cal Poly pitchers we've ever had, so that was a pretty special moment for me. What I do before I get into the box and stuff kind of makes me feel comfortable, and if I don't do it, I feel like something's wrong a little bit, so I do these little things, like, I don't know, for some reason when I walk up to the box, I like drag my right foot, and I don't know why I do it, it's just something that I do to kind of calm me down. In the beginning, I think it was just we kind of got into a funk, and then we lost a lot. And the pitching has been there the whole year. I think it's just kind of been, offensively relaxing more, not trying to do too much. That's the biggest thing for us right now. Especially, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. Like Coach Lee says, you're playing against the baseball. It doesn't matter who's on the other side.
McKenna homered twice in last week's game against Santa Clara and once more this past weekend against UC Davis. On Tuesday, one member of Cal Poly's women's golf team achieved the lowest scoring game in the history of the team.
Sophie Berglund just won the Cal Poly women's golf record in Arizona last week, scoring 4 under par in a 3-round tournament.
I'm still kind of on this weird high. I can't believe I did that.
Her coach didn't let the players look at the scoreboard until after the last hole.
It was nice not to know where I was at on the leaderboard, so I could just hit one shot at a time.
Because of this, Berglund was able to stay present and calm under pressure.
Definitely my mental game was really strong. Just to be able to keep your focus for 10 hours at a time, just to be able to stay neutral is the hardest part.
Just last year, the team started working with a sports psychologist.
He's my idol for sure. He's just so smart. He knows golf really well. He knows the brain really well, and he knows how to, tactics to help us stay in the moment.
Annabelle Carpenter, Mustang News.
That's all we have for sports action this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Here is the final ASI candidate, Riley Nielsen.
Building relationships, it's providing resources, and it's advocating for student rights. And so I think all of these start with listening. And so I really want to be front and center, listening to our student voice, listening to their concerns, and bringing all of the underrepresented groups to the table, and making sure that we are accurately representing them, and like it's been said before, not speaking on their behalf. And so I hope to listen and to learn next year, and that's the first step in executing my platform.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Welcome back to Mustang News. On Sunday, a new baby horse was born at the Cal Poly Equine Center. The Equine Center welcomed the mayor at 11:13 on Easter Sunday. The Cal Poly Equine Center doesn't name their horses until they are a year old, but for now, the foal was named Secret 2017 after her mother, Secret. Secret 2017 is one of the many foals born this spring. The little mare is a quarter horse and has a future of helping students learn Western riding, competing in shows, and when she is old enough, she may even make an appearance at the Poly Royal Rodeo.
So this past Sunday, we had our little foal Secret 2017 was born. He's our little Easter baby, or she.
And that's all the time we have for today. I'm Kaylee Brunke.
And I'm Joe Schutz. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and visit mustangnews.net for more stories. Have a great weekend.